What's going on YouTube? This is Max coming back at you once again with another video. This time I'm doing another comparison video on the Sony A90J versus the Sony A9F. If you like this type of video or content, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. But before we do that, I just want to give you the heads up. I did update some settings on the A90J. Thanks to D-Nice on AVS forums. Just want to give him a shout out for sharing some of his settings. So I did add my settings to the A90J. Well, D-Nice settings on the A90J. So it looks great. It looks a lot better than the previous video on the presets that I had on the A90J. So I think you guys may really enjoy that. And also too, if you want to know a little bit more about his settings, go to the AVS forums, hit the A90J forum. You'll see his settings. It's like the second or third post that you have on there. But you do have to unlock the Kelman app. If you guys need help trying to do that, I'll do another video just to show you how to unlock those settings, and we'll just go from there. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. What's going on YouTube? So this is going to be my second comparison video. This time I'm going to be doing the comparison between the Sony A9F and the A90J. So if you see on your left hand side is the A9F, and on the right hand side is the A90J. So it's my second video. So this time I'm doing Spider-Man Miles Morales, and already you can see the differences between the A9F and the A90J. If you look on the left, you can see there's a lot more black crush on the A9F compared to the A90J. And just to give everyone a heads up too, that the camera that I'm using is a Sony ZV-1. And if you know about cameras and you start recording, it gives a darker recording compared to seeing it in person. So even though I'm saying the A90F is a lot darker, as in black crush wise, I really don't see that in person. But if you look at the A90J, you don't see a lot of black crush. So when doing the comparison, I noticed right then and there that the A90J is a lot brighter. It shows a lot more shadow detail than the A9F. Don't get me wrong, the A9F is a great TV. That's my first Sony OLED TV, and if you look at the comparison, you can see that it's no slouch. When it comes to colors wise, the A9F does a great job. A90J is just a tad, I can say it's better, especially when it's being a brighter panel compared to the the A9F. And also too, it's just those specular highlights is greatly improved on the A90J. And just looking at the depth, playing games on both the A9F and the A90J, it just had that depth that it's kind of hard to really capture on a camera. You have to see it in a person, but it gives you that depth, that gives you that detail, and it gives you that 3D dimensional look to it. It's like I said, it's hard to explain. I would just say just go to your store just to take a look at it, and you guys will see what I'm talking about, comparing it to the other OLED TVs, or even try to take it home and try it out yourself. But looking at both of these, you do see the differences. And just showing this game right now, Miles Morales, you could look at on the A9F, there's a lot more details that is being missed compared to the A9J. Is showing all the detail that I never thought that I would see on a OLED screen TV. So just had to give everyone just a update on that.
Response team dispatch. It's okay. You got this. Just need to contain it before that happens.
Hello, tiny spiders.
So here's a clip of Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5. I'm just doing a pretty much first playthrough. So if anybody haven't played Spider-Man Miles Morales, this is kind of like the intro to this. So first 15 minutes of the gameplay, I just want to give, especially the gamers, just a very good idea as in what to expect from this from the A90J TV. Also, too, I do have some movie clips that is going to be showing up after this game clip. But one thing I do want to touch on for the A90J compared to the A9F is that on the A9F, like I said before, great TV, no slouch at all. But just looking at it and comparing those two, it's just that the A90F looks the A9F looks flat compared to when it comes to separation of blacks, and then just looking at the A90J, it just has that depth of picture that I just never really seen before, and it just reminds me of giving you that 3D image without the glasses. So I know it's hard to really look at this on a YouTube video, but just looking at the comparison of what the best I could possibly do, there's just so much detail on the A90J that I think if you take a look at this in person or take this home, you would definitely see it. And it's a difference. And one thing I do want to comment, people looked at the A90J at first, and they made some comments about the reds, talking about it looks sour. Doing this comparison, you can see right here that the reds are not sour at all when it comes to the colors. They pretty much spot on when it comes to the reds. So I don't know why people are making these type of comments, but when it comes to the Sony TVs, it's pretty spot on when it comes to the color accuracy. Contrast rise is accurate. The depth accurate. Now when it comes to playing at 4K 120, that's a whole different discussion. But you looking at this, just playing this at 4K 60, or if you're watching movies or TV content, sports, this TV is going to be a hard beat, especially in SDR too. I haven't had any SDR content on this video, but I will do a comparison as well for that too. And it's just when it comes to the video processing for the A90J, Sony really did something special with this. And I know I'm pretty much giving praise to this TV. No TV is perfect, and I will say that. I did mention about the lack of VRR, ALLM, and the issue with the color banding with HDR. I will do a separate video with that, but there are some negatives as well when it comes to the A90J. But when it comes to picture, video, movies, TV content, sports, this TV does an amazing job. I repeat, an amazing job with this TV. And like I said, you got to see this in person. Take this TV at home, just try it out. I know this is a big sticker price, but this TV is a great TV that you won't be disappointed when it comes to movies, TV, and streaming content. So this is Ready Player One playing 4K Blu-ray on my PlayStation 5. The reason why I'm slowing down some of these videos is because, of course, I don't want to get no copyright. Sony showing like very small clips, but I slowed it down to a point that I want you to see the subtle differences between the A9F and the A90J just by looking at both TVs. And at first, when you take a look at it, you really don't know. You look at it and you're like, okay, I really don't see too much of a difference. But when you start to really look at it, you really see the shadow detail really on the A90J. You really see the brightness and the specular highlights where it really shines at. And especially when it comes to the accuracy, the color accuracy, it just certain video shots, certain clips that I'm starting to look at now, you really could see those differences. Now, I'm not saying that this TV is a night and day difference between the A9F. I am not saying that, but Sony has made some great improvements from the Sony the X1 Ultimate chip. Just want everyone to be aware of. If you take a look at these clips and take a look at them, you can see those differences. Now, is it a difference enough for you to say, let's go ahead and get the Sony A90J? That all comes down to you and your preference. For me, I'm happy. I'm happy with the picture quality. No issues at all. So that's that comes down to your decision on what you consider, what you're looking for when you come to looking at TV. Maybe Sony TV is not the one for you. I'm just going off of my experience and what I see when I'm comparing both TVs with the X1 Ultimate chip compared to the XR cognitive processor. I do see the differences when it comes to them, but um, to the person who really don't care that much, maybe just not, it might not be the TV for you. So I just want to throw that out there. I want to show these comparisons. So that's why you see a little bit of a slow motion on these movie clips, because I'm trying to, because I know with Ready Player One is a lot of fast motion, especially with this race scene, and just wanted to kind of like highlight some of the details that you see on the A90J compared to the A9F. You may not be able to see it as well being on YouTube, but maybe you could pause it, try to slow down the clip a little bit, and you probably could see a little bit of what I'm referring to. But this is what I wanted to show when I'm doing my comparison. So the next video I'm showing is Aquaman. This is 4K Blu-ray as well, playing on my PlayStation 5. One thing that I did notice, and on the Sony A90J, is I did talk about the detail on this, and you can see the detail on the A90J compared to the A9F. And it's kind of interesting. People talking about, like, what about the motion? Motion looks phenomenal on this TV. I don't know. Like I said, this is still new TV. I haven't played around too much with the motion settings, but with the settings that was provided from the ABS forum, D-Nice, I have no issue playing 24 frames with any of the movie content that I'm showing. And you can see on the A90J that it looks smooth, crisp, and the detail and depth looking at the A90J, you really could tell from this. And I'm playing this in slow motion with this video. So you can see that everything is being captured with the frames. So A90J, well, any Sony TV, Sony TVs are known for their motion processing. They do a really good job, and this is no exception. Especially with the A90J, they do a amazing job with the motion. So just want to throw that out there. People may talk about that, but for me specifically, motion is Sony doing a great job. So if people are talking about the motion itself, just play with the TV and see what the settings. So not all settings are perfect, but and this is a newer TV, so you may have some people be playing it with the TV maybe like a day or so. But I own this TV. Like I say, I'm trying not to steer anybody wrong. I'm keeping this TV as because I don't see no issues with it. But when it comes to motion, Sony did a great job, and there's no exception. Now take a look at Black Manta. If you look at the top of the Sony A90J and look at the bottom of A9F, you really see the detail, the shadow detail. This is what I'm talking about, the shadow detail on the A90J, and it really shines. And just FYI, when it comes to just doing these comparisons in person, it looks a whole lot better. And like you can slow down some of these videos, but you can see some of the highlights comparing both TVs. The A90J has something special. I know I keep saying this. I know I keep on saying that. Amazing, fantastic. I'm using all types of words just talk about how great this TV is. But it's just like when I'm doing these comparison videos and I'm slowing down on some of these scenes, you really can see the specular highlights, the detail, the separation when it comes to the blacks, especially in Black Manta and where I'm showing right now. It's a difference. You see it. Now I did throw in some God of War on the PS5. Well, it's PS4, but it's up conversion. But what I found kind of interesting on this one is it's very hard to depict which one is which on this one. So you can see the A9F on the left hand side and you see the A90J on the right hand side, and both of them, like, this one looks really good. This one is very hard to tell with this video, but the other ones you could see the differences. But on playing God of War, it both TVs look really good and stuff. So this next clip is Raya the Last Dragon, new Disney movie, and I'm just doing a real short clip. Just want to show you the shadow detail on the A90J on the right hand side, and compared to the A9F, even the colors looks a little bit better on the A90J. Video between the A90J and the A90F, excuse me, the A90J and the A9F. Sometimes I get tongue tied with both those TVs. So this is comparison number 2 video. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, which look better. So hopefully in this video it looks a little bit better than the previous video, because I had only presets on the A90J and my A9F was calibrated. So with the new settings on the A90J, I'm going to mention it again. Thank you, D Nice, for the help on this one. With the new settings, what did you guys think of comparison? Now, one thing I will say, what shocked me the most was one of the videos is the Godzilla versus Kong. I didn't do no voiceover for that one. But both of them look pretty much almost identical. And I had a really hard time depicting which one looks better. They look pretty much, both of them look pretty close to pretty close when it comes to picture quality. It's like I really would have to get a fine-tooth comb and take a look at it and get a magnifying glass to see the differences. Same thing for God of War, which I thought the A90J would do way better on that game. But looking at those two videos, looking at those comparisons, you can see both of them look very similar. There are some highlights on the A90J that looks better, but then again, those two videos show you right there it looks good. Now looking at Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales on the A90J, it looks good. The other comparison video, Ready Player One, Aquaman, those you could see the differences between those two TVs as well. But and then Raya too, doing that last clip, that Disney clip, and you can see the differences as well with the A90J compared to the A9F. But well, just let me know what you guys think. If you like this type of video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like this type of content. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Hope you have a good one. Take care.